Hi, today I want to show you how you can add Android app links inside of your Webflow application to synchronize your web application with your native mobile application for the Android ecosystem. Now, what are Android app links? They're really cool because they allow your users to click on a link that would be going to a specific page inside of your Webflow web application or website. And if they click on that link, it will then, if they have your native mobile app installed, open that specific page, not in the browser, not on the web app, but open that specific page on the native mobile application, having a great native experience, even if they share links to the web application, making that whole experience really nice for people who have your app installed and also accessible for people who do not have your app installed, because the fallback would be the browser. So let's take a look at it. I'm very excited to set this up together with you because now Webflow has finally support for this, but most people don't know how to set it up. So let's take a look at that right now. So first of all, as you can see, I have my Webflow application right inside of here, and this is all we need. And because I'm using Despia to actually use Webflow to turn my Webflow application into a native mobile application, which is something that you can now finally do, I just have that set up with the Despia project. And if you're using Despia, you want to go to add-ons, you want to go to hard code it, and you want to enable web app synchronization. If you do not have this enabled, enable it, and then go on publish, go on Android and rebuild it so that you can get it one-click published as a draft to the Google Play Store so that we can test this now together on a physical device, which you will need to when you're working with AppLinks. So now, since we have it already on the Google Play Store as a draft, we are going to now go on the Google Play console here for our application, and we're going to go on grow users, and we're going to go on deep links. And now you will see that there are lots of things broken. So what we need to do is we will look for our Webflow domain here for, that specific setup that we're doing here under domains. So we will go to domains and we'll take a look at our Webflow domain here. This could be your custom domain, your staging domain, whatever you want it to be. And we will go on credential sharing and turn that on. Now, as you can see, we'll generate this file for us. So we want to download this file. This will be used to kind of like enable this capability. And we need to host it on your Webflow site. Now, how do we do this? Because people in the Webflow community says it's not possible right now, which is not true actually, because 7 months ago, Webflow just added support for that with their new asset manager, which is really groundbreaking. So first of all, we need to create a folder and name it well known. So let's do this. Let's go to Webflow, let's go to the asset panel, and let's create a new folder. And we're going to name that folder well known. Let's create that. Now, as you can see, it seems like we have this well known folder. Let's open this well known folder. And now what we're going to do is we are going to go and, add our well known file. So let's take a look at how this path has to look. So we have well known, and the file name needs to be assetlinks.json. There you go, pretty simple. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that the file that we're uploading is named exactly assetlinks.json. So what I'm going to do, because I have already a bunch of files, because I made a bunch of videos, I will need to rename this and make sure it has the correct name, and you will need to do this as well if you're setting up multiple applications. So let's download this JSON file that they're giving us. And now one thing that I will do is I will drag this into my desktop, and I will make sure that it has the correct naming, that there is no for in it, that it is precisely named assetlinks.json. There you go. That's exactly what I want. So I can now go back inside of here. So now we're going to go back to Webflow, and I'm going to upload my file. And oh, it seems like I have to drop them in here because there is no way I can click to upload them. That's completely fine too. So let's drop it in here. There you go. You do not have access to upload files to the well-known folder. This feature is only available for business and enterprise plans. So it seems like I will be upgrading my site right now to a business plan. I just spent $49 just for you on this business plan. So let's go back to the Webflow editor and set this up. I can't wait to try this new feature out. So let's go to the asset panel. And let's go on our well-known folder. Oh, no, on our well-known folder. And let's see, we have the asset selected. Let's expand that. Perfect. And let's drop that inside of here. And now as you can see, we have this AppLinks JSON file uploaded. Let's go back to the assets. And as you can see, I can copy the URL and let's see. Oh, it will open the CDN URL. Let's see what happens when I just open the URL directly. Oh, it will just open the CDN URL. Okay, gotcha. So I think we need to publish this here and then we will see this change taking effect. And let's hope that it will be hosted on the correct path so we can get this index. So let's go to our live Webflow site because it has to be hosted on the root directory. That is very important. So let's go back to Google. They expect it to be on this specific path. So let's hope that this worked. Let's try opening the link that Google will be checking. And as you can see, because I just paid $49, I can host this. And it beautifully works. It gets proxied. So this is all we need. Perfect. So let's take a look at this. Now we have to set up. Let's turn on credential sharing. And it will now give you an error. It will always give you an error. This is Google. This is just how their interface works. So let's try one thing. Let's go to our web links here under web links. And let's click on here. And now it will say domain verification needed. So let's go on view domains. And now as you can see, it refreshes that and I can click inside of here. And now it actually says domain ownership verified. So that was it. Sometimes you just got to click it. You got to refresh the page. Now, as you can see, it works. Sometimes you click a button, it says error. You refresh the page, it works. Just be persistent. Have a little bit of patience. This is Google. This is just how they do things over there. It's a way nicer experience when you're building an iOS application because their system just works miraculously. If you click it, it works, but that's just one thing to consider. It's just the way it is. But let's also make sure that we turn on credential sharing because sometimes it works, but then you don't have it turned on and you miss turning on credential sharing. So let's make sure that we click on turn on under credential sharing, under domains right here. So let's click on there. Let's turn on credential sharing. It will save the changes. And now we have credential sharing on as well. What does that do? Let's say they log into your Webflow site. It will use the password that's saved on the Webflow site in the Android password manager and suggest that password in your native mobile application, which is a very nice bonus that you can add in addition to having this deep linking going on. So yeah, that's how simple that is. Now that we have it set up, we want to test it. And I do have my Android device right here. And don't be sad because I'm going to click on this here and it's going to still launch it in the browser. So now why is this not working? Why is this broken? This is just, it's Android. This is just normal. So let's close the Android application real quick. So let's close the Android application that we have in here. Perfect. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to deinstall the Android application because uninstalling it and installing it again is going to have Android refetch this system, the scheme going on, and it will kind of like nicely set things up. It's kind of like plugging the cord out of the wall and putting it back in and assuming it's fixed, which most of the time, surprisingly, it is fixed. So that's essentially what we're doing here. So let's go to test and release on the Google Play Console. Let's go on testing. Let's go on internal testing. And let's go on testers and let's copy our test link. And now I'm going to go to Chrome and I'm going to go on my Android here and I am going to paste this link in here. I'm going to paste that inside of here. Let's enter and let's download it on Google Play. Perfect. Let's install the application. Beautiful. And now let's open that. Let's allow, and let's go on OK. So now that we have the application downloaded, let's close all the other stuff. OK, and now if I click on this, as you can see, it will open it in the native application and not in the browser anymore. So now if I go on a specific page like /test, you'll see that it opens the /test page in our native mobile application, our native Android application. So the deep links, the native linking is successfully working. Look at that. Now I go to home, I click on test link, it will open the test page in the application. Isn't that fun to do? I could do this the whole day. So it's beautifully working. How great is that? And we got it nicely set up here. And this is how you add app linking inside of your Webflow site and connect that with your native mobile application. And thanks to Despia, you can now turn your Webflow web application into a native mobile application in just one click and add amazing native features like those. I can't wait to see all the exciting stuff that you're going to build with native Android deep linking and Despia. Let me know what you're building. I can't wait to see it. And thank you so much for watching. Take care.